Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel English by Nisa. In today's video, we are going to see a poem in the Bazaars of Hyderabad by Sarojini Naidu, which is in degree first year, first sem. So before starting the poem, let us know about the author, that is poetess Sarojini Naidu. The poem in the Bazaars of Hyderabad was written by Sarojini Naidu in the appreciation of her country during the time of freedom struggle of India. Sarojini Naidu was born in Hyderabad into a highly educated Bengali family. She was an active participant in India's freedom movement and also an outstanding public speaker. Sarojini Naidu was the first woman president of Indian National Congress and the first woman governor in India. Hence, most of her poems reflect the theme of nationalism. Now let us know about the poem. The poem is set in the form of conversation between customer and vendors. So Sarojini Naidu has repeatedly asked questions in every stanza about the different kind of goods sold in the bazaar. The poetess visit a number of sellers and ask them what they are selling, and they in turn tell her about their products. So now let us read the poem in the Bazaars of Hyderabad written by Sarojini Naidu. So now let us read first stanza. What do you sell, O ye merchants? Richly your wares are displayed. So here the poetess asks the merchants, what do you sell? Your wares are richly displayed, O ye merchants. So ye is a poetic form, plural form of you, and wares are nothing but the articles which is sold in the market. So the merchants replied, they are selling turbans of crimson and silver, tunics of purple brocade, mirrors with panels of amber, daggers with handles of jade. So here the merchants replied, they are selling turbans of crimson and silver, tunics of purple brocade. Turbans are nothing but these are the headwears worn by people, and they are in crimson and silver color. Crimson is nothing but deep red color. And the merchants were also selling tunics of purple brocade. Tunics are nothing but this is the upper garment slightly longer than the shirt, and they were also selling purple brocade. Brocade means this shirt having the rich pattern fabric, typically it is woven. And they were also selling mirrors with panels of amber. Amber is nothing but a deep yellow or orange color. And they were also selling daggers with handles of jade. Daggers are nothing but these are the short knives with pointed blades used for piercing and stabbing. And jades are nothing but green color semi-precious stone. Now let us read the second stanza. Now the poetess here is asking with the vendors, maidens and the peddlers what they were doing. They said they are selling. So let us read the second stanza. What do you weigh, O ye vendors? So they replied, they are selling saffron and lentil and rice. Then she asked the maidens, what do you grind, O ye maidens? They replied, sandalwood, henna and spice. Then she asked the peddlers, what do you call, O ye peddlers? They replied, chessmen and ivory dice. So vendors are the persons who sell various articles which are being sold in the bazaar. So the vendors were selling saffron, lentil and rice. Lentils are nothing but these are the pulses. Now she asked with the maidens what they are grinding. Maidens are nothing but unmarried women. So they replied they are grinding sandalwood, henna and spice. Then she asked the peddlers, what do you call, O ye peddlers? Peddlers are the persons someone who travels about selling his wares. Okay, so they replied they were selling chessmen and ivory dice. Chessmen are nothing but they are the chess pieces. Now in the third stanza, the poetess is asking with the goldsmith, what are you making? Then they telling that they are making bracelets and anklet and ring, belts for the feet of blue pigeons, frail as a dragonfly's wing, girdles of gold for dancers, scabbards for of gold for the king. So goldsmiths make bracelets, ankles and rings. They also make gold girdles for dancers and gold scabbards for kings, as well as belts to be fastened to the feet of pigeons. Girdles actually are waist adornments worn by dancers, while scabbards are sword cases used by emperors to keep their sword safe. Wristlet, anklets, and rings, girdles for dancers, and scabbards for the king, and belts for the feet of blue pigeon. So these belts were as delicate as the wings of a dragonfly. The poet wanted to express the delicacy of the bells, therefore the use of expression frail in the poem. So goldsmiths make all these golden ornaments and jewelry for Indians who enjoy wearing them and want to earn good money. So now in the fourth stanza, the poetess here asking with the other merchants or persons available in the Bazaar of Hyderabad. They were the person of fruitman. She was asking, "What do you cry, O ye fruitmen?" Citron, they replied, "Citron, pomegranate, and plum." Then she asked the musicians, "What do you play, O musicians?" They replied, "Sitar, sarangi, and drum." Then she asked the magician, "What do you chant, O magician?" They replied, "Spell for eons to come." So here Naidu depicts the scene of traditional instruments being played by musicians and the chanting of magicians, as well as the numerous fruits being sold by the fruitmen. So here you can see those musical instruments. This is sitar, sarangi, which is play with the help of bow, and this is drum. Now let us see the meaning of chant. Chant is nothing but to repeat sacred texts rhythmically, and eons means the largest time period. So now let us read the last stanza, that is fifth. Now she is here asking the flower girl, "What are you weaving?" She have seen their tassel of azures and red color. So let's read. "What do you wave, O ye flower girl, with tassels of azure and red?" The flower girl replied, "Crowns for the brow of a bridegroom, chaplets to garland his bed, sheets of white blossom new garland, to perfume the sleep of the dead." So here in this stanza, the poetess shows the juxtaposition of the flower girls. That the flower girls were selling flowers for both happy and sad occasions. For the wedding ceremony, they were making crowns and garlands. Chaplets were made to adorn the bridegroom's bed. The flower girls were also preparing a white flower sheet to drape over the dead bodies. So the flower girls wear with azure and red tassels, crowns for the bridegroom, and chaplets to adorn their bed. On the one side, the flower girls make garlands to adorn the bride's and the groom's beds, while on the other side, they make white flower sheets to beautify the grave of the deceased. They devote the same amount of effort to both things. The poem depicts the joyous and sad moment of life side by side. So that's why this stanza is in the form of juxtaposition. Now let us see themes in the poem. There are two main themes in the poem. Let us see first one. The main theme in the poem is the poetess visits a number of shops and tells the readers how rich India and her culture is. From decoration item to the shroud, everything is available in India. Thus, Indians should respect the richness of their country and feel proud of it. There is no such thing that they lack. Another prominent theme in the poem is the Swadeshi movement, though it is not specifically mentioned but emphasizes on the use of native things and stop using foreign goods. During the phase of Indian struggle against the British, the national leaders encouraged the Indians to give up all types of foreign products so that the Indian economy may not depend on the British. So here Sarojini Naidu used poetry as a medium to convey and spread the message that Indians should boycott European merchandise and use the Indian products instead. In short, we can say the poem is all about the diversity and self-sufficiency of an Indian market in British India. Now let us see the language of the poem and rhyming scheme. The poem's language is beautiful and lyrical. In the minds of the readers, it effectively creates an imaginary bazaar. The readers or listeners can envision the various fancy products being sold by shopkeepers of various professions. The language is pleasing to the ear and full of waved pictures. So, as we have seen, the poem contains 5 stanzas of 6 lines each. So, here in the stanzas, we can see the rhyming scheme is A, B, C, B, C, B. So, now how you will identify rhyme? So, what you have to do, so first we see line ending on which word. So, focus on it. So, every time see last word of the line. Let us see the first stanza to know the rhyming scheme. Now let us see the last words in each line. First one is merchants. So let us give A to it. Now let us see is it rhyming with the second word or not. So now you can see displayed. It is not rhyming with merchant. So we'll give it B. Now let us see silver. It is also not matching with these two. So let us give this C. Now let us see the brocade, the fourth word. You can see it is rhyming with displayed. So we have given B to displayed. So in the same way we'll take B to brocade. Now let us see the amber. It is rhyming with silver. So we have given C to silver. Let us take this C here, silver. Amber, silver. Now let us see jade. Jade is rhyming with displayed and brocade. So we have given BB to them. Let us give B to this one also. So you have seen this is the rhyming scheme A, B, C, B, C, B. Now let us see the conclusion of the poem. Here the poetess Sarojini Naidu represents an Indian market to give us a sense of the rich Indian heritage. This poem was her protest against European products and an appreciation of our own goods. So this is all about the poem in the Bazaars of Hyderabad by Sarojini Naidu. I hope this would be helpful to you. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.